Well, the 2011-12 hockey season is here. The Pioneers open up at the University of Minnesota this weekend as they take on the Golden Gophers. And this is our first Pioneer Vision hockey report with C.J. Marottolo, head coach of Sacred Heart University. I can see the look in your eye, Coach. You're ready to go. The boys had a great practice today. A tough year last year, but a new beginning right now. Just talk about what you expect from this team and what your goals are this season.
Yeah, I mean, our guys are very excited. This is one of the pinnacles of college hockey, playing in a barn like this. The excitement level is great, and our guys, we're taking it one game at a time. We're trying to have a great mindset every game. We lacked that a little bit last year. The season got away from us at times. Our captain Eric DeLong has done a tremendous job with the new guys, meshing them together. And hopefully we're going to see the fruits of their labor from the fall Friday night.
I want to talk about Eric DeLong for a moment. Number one, about him being the captain and his being voted by his teammates to lead them this year. What is it about him as a junior after an outstanding freshman year and a very solid sophomore year that makes him such a good leader?
He's just a solid person. It's not that he's the best player on our team. He's one of our top players, but he's just a solid person on and off the ice. He's a kid that does the right thing when no one's watching. You could count on him, and I think that's what the guys saw in him. He'd always have their back.
Well, he's in the middle of a line that really developed quite nicely last year. Matt Chinjera comes into his senior season after a real productive junior year. Maybe not necessarily for the team, but individually, he scored 21 goals last year. And a young sophomore by the name of Torrance Snyderman, who really came along and I know opened some eyes with his great skating ability, his toughness, his willingness to go to the net. That's one real positive thing last year, is that line really developed some chemistry. We expect them together again this year?
Yeah, they'll start the year together, and last year, down the stretch, that line was tremendous for us. Matt Chinjera, I mean, he put us on his back, and we're expecting more of the same from that line. That line has a nice mix. It has Ginge, who's very nifty and graceful around the net. You have Torn with explosive speed, and you have Eric, just a very good two-way player. And they've kind of found their rhythm last year, and hopefully it carries over to this year as well.
All right, that's a look somewhat at your team offensively. Defensively, there's some big changes this year. Brian Felice is back. He's a big 6'5", 225-pound tough defenseman who you missed last year when he went down with an injury. And then a couple transfer students, Jordan Ciccarillo from Clarkson, Will Rayner from UMass Lowell joined the defensive corps. They're big, they're tough. We expect the defense to be pretty mean, especially in front of the net this year.
Yeah, that's something that we wanted to address. We felt we were an easy team to play against last year, and we want to flip that, and we want to be a hard team to play against. When people play Sacred Heart, they're going to know they played Sacred Heart. We're going to be hard. We're going to be hard on the puck. We're going to finish our checks, and we're not going to take penalties. We have to continue to work on being tough to play against without taking penalties, because that's something that we have to obviously eliminate from our game.
Well, you have a pretty deep roster, 29 on the Sacred Heart University roster this year. We expecting maybe some healthy competition, you say, for those guys that are making the jump from freshman to sophomore year, who really came along a little bit towards the end of the year, as well as a freshman core.
Well, reality is, coming off the year that we had last year, there better be competition. We're not going to stand for, our standard of play and expectations are much higher than where we finished last year. And with the record where it was, recruiting, you bring in more players and you create a more competitive environment every day in practice. It's going to be a battle, and you have to earn your way into that lineup. And I think our guys have embraced that. And competition just makes the people who didn't work hard worry.
You have a returning goaltender in Steven Legato, who had a fantastic freshman year. I mean, a record-setting freshman year for Legato. Now Andrew Bodnarchuk joins the roster. He's a freshman and a very good player for the Humboldt Broncos. I believe he won the MVP out there in his junior league a couple of seasons ago. So some added depth with some veteran presence now as Legato gets to his junior year. How do you feel about the goaltending situation?
Yeah, I mean, we're hoping someone emerges. Steven Legato will start tomorrow night. He was our guy our freshman year, was our guy at the end of last year. So we're going to throw him in the pipes tomorrow night. And Andrew, He's comes in with high accolades, but he's still a freshman, so there's a learning curve for him. And Chris Palafito, he's battling every day in practice. He's trying to earn his time as well. So I'm not sure how it's all going to turn out, but we're all, someone emerges here.
All right, that's, I guess, goes with that healthy competition. And speaking of that, final question. You see we're in beautiful Mariucci Arena, the home of the Golden Gophers. And as much as the Midwest, or the nice folks in the Midwest can be, it should be a pretty hostile environment for your team tomorrow night to begin the season. But getting to know you the last couple of years, I think you probably like it like that. What's the challenge going to be like tomorrow night facing one of the great programs in college hockey?
Yeah, this is something that I think it'll be great for our guys. We wanted to put our guys in one of the toughest environments that we could come into and play, and Minnesota fit that right to a T. And then right after this, we go to Clarkson. So after these two first weekends, we're not going to find another venue that's going to be as hostile or so many people on top of us. And I think our guys will thrive on it. It's exciting to go on the road and come together as a team in an environment such as this. So, we're all looking forward to it.
Very good. Likewise over here, we're all looking forward to the season. So good luck. Go get him, Coach, and good luck all the rest of the way as well.
Thanks, Randy.
C.J. Marottolo, the head coach of the Sacred Heart University Pioneers, opening up Friday night, 8 o'clock Eastern. Saturday night, they play the Golden Gophers as well as at 8 o'clock Eastern. And we have the call for you on the Pioneer Sports Network beginning at 8 o'clock.